What is free speech in sport as you see it?
Free speech in sports means a number of things.
For me, free speech in sport is free speech like it is anywhere else. I think one of the great things, at least for me, about this country is that those rights are guaranteed. They're not going to be infringed by the government, and at every place else, you have the same rights as everyone else. Right? To me, it seems simple, and I know it's still more complicated than that.
One is a question of what are the rights of athletes to say what they want to say when they want to say it.
Participants in sport, through the attraction of sport, have the right and the freedom to speak their mind and to, particularly speak out for or against something that they either want to support or something that they think is wrong in society.
I believe free speech in sport is or should be what it is in every other realm, irrespective of the government, and that is the ability to freely express oneself without any censorship or restraints. Of course, within the limitations of the law, i.e. libel, defamation of character, hate speech, or insinuating violence, and so forth.
I see free speech as players, coaches, or owners freely expressing their ideas about and thoughts about a variety of social issues, whether verbally or non-verbally.
I agree with a lot of what you said. I think it's the opportunity and the ability to represent oneself and one's beliefs as they are without censorship, without having to worry about the consequences from whatever the governing body is.
So free speech is essentially the proclamation of a set of ideas that deal with the functioning of social order.
Second is the question of whether sports themselves are kind of an expression that we ought to want to protect.
Only in the sense that I think quite frequently when we think of sport, we reduce it just to physicality. But if you think of like people grunting when in tennis, if you think of people introducing or talking smack during a basketball game, I mean, so speech is intricately connected with it. So the free speech and sport connection then seems to make it seem as if there's some acceptable speech and some unacceptable speech.
Third is the question about whether people who attend sporting events give up some of the free speech rights they might otherwise have.
But the challenge is what happens if we have those pieces of speech that we don't agree with? And to your point, do they conflict with our constitutional rights of life, liberty, and property, which is given to us by the Constitution? So if you have a point of view and I disagree with it, that could be considered free speech, but then where does hate speech fall into that category and is it protected? And so, yeah, I think free speech is absolutely vital to be able to convey one's point of view, but we need to be careful and very articulate of, even though somebody doesn't agree with what we think, they also have free speech as well.
And what I think most interesting, at least in today's climate, is the question of whether and to what extent sports are an appropriate or good forum for people to not just speak generally, but in particular to express protest and concern about social issues.
For me, it's, I think, more of a powerful responsibility. I mean, athletes have this kind of platform, have this ability, I think, to reach a broad audience that almost no one else can these days. I mean, everything is so subdivided into political parties and different factions. Sports is one of the places where we all come together. And so I think there's not only an opportunity, but a responsibility to speak out and make this country a better place.